Hi there. I want to talk about something really quickly before I get up and go. And I want to talk about um, how people who know they either betrayed you or just did you wrong, whatever they could have done, when you don't want to deal with them anymore, how they want to pretend they don't know what they did, and then they want to ask you, "Well, what did I do?" It's like that kind of conversation cannot be entertained, especially when the person knows they've been low down. Now, some people don't know that they might have done something to offend somebody else. None of us are perfect, right? So sometimes we might do things to offend somebody and might not know. But then there's many times where we know we have done something and it's like there's no need to ask the person. Like say if I did something to somebody, I know I did something to somebody. And next time I see them, they don't want to speak to me, right? This is just an example. Well, I remember what I did to them to probably cause them not to speak to me, so I don't need to go and ask them, well, what did I do wrong? See, I don't need to ask dumb questions like that. I know what the hell I did. Okay, that's just an example. And so, like, say, I have a family member who I believe has been trying to reach out to me. I don't know what numbers people are using because I don't have their number saved anymore in my phone. So I forgot their numbers. But they've been trying to reach out to me via Facebook. I am not on social media. uh in all kinds of ways to reach out to me. Now, I don't believe they are trying to just check up on me because they care, because these people have thrown me under the bus. So I have not responded to them. And I'm not going to ever respond to them. And I don't care anything about it. My feelings are not hurt any longer for from what they've done. I no longer feel betrayed, even though they betrayed me. I don't feel that way any longer because I don't care anymore. Right? So when a person does something that's so foul, and really just what can I say? It's not even a point that it's unforgivable. It's not the fact that you can't forgive them. It's the fact that they are who they are. It's not about forgiving them. It's they are who they are. Right? They are who they are. And these people are handlers. These people can very well be handlers. And I don't feel any kind of ways about never speaking to them again. As these people could be trying to find out what I'm doing and where I am because they haven't heard from me in a while. And so they could be trying to figure out what's going on. What is she doing? Under the guise of, I'm just trying to check up on you to see if you are doing all right. So, anyway, that's what I'm talking about right there. And with these people, they want to act like they don't know what's going on. Well, tell me what I did wrong. Tell me what's going on. But you know that you have been playing games and throwing me under the bus for years. I'm not going to go and you tell me what you did. You tell me what you did. I'm not going to tell you what you did because you know what you did. I can't play those games with people. When I know I've done something wrong to somebody, I know I did it. I don't have to play these games or trying to get them to explain to me what I have done to them. Everybody has done something that they know they have done something to somebody else. They don't have to tell you, you know what you did. Like say if you go and steal some money from an employee. That's just an example. I'm not saying I did that. I can't do that. I ain't that savvy enough. But I'm just saying, if you stole your money from an employee, some kind of way, right? What you call it when people write these checks and embellish and whatever kind of stuff they do, and you know you're doing it. But then when you get approached, when your boss, whoever it is, treats you a little different, what did I do wrong? What did I do? Well, you know you did something. You know you did something, okay? Now, it might not be that easy to come clean, but you know what you did. So nobody needs to play that game, okay? Nobody needs to play that game unless you done so much stuff to the point where you need to figure out which one it is they upset about because you done did so much crap. When I'm talking about you, I'm speaking like general. It's part of the conversation, just in general, not necessarily those who are listening. But what I'm saying is, as a person who is not perfect, when you know you did something wrong, nobody has to tell you what the heck you did, unless you done did so much that you trying to figure out what part they know about. Like they trying to figure out what part do you know, and trying to pick your brains to figure out what do you know about them because they know everything they did to you. But they want to pick your brains to figure out what part exactly do you know. And I don't want to play that game. I'm not interested in playing that game. I'm interested in growing at this point. I'm interested in growing, and I'm not interested in playing any mind games with them. They don't have the right to pick my brain. They don't pick. So for some of us, our brains have been picked enough, and they have lost their rights, any access. They have lost all access. Period. Even by email, they have lost access. That's it. And they have picked some of our brains because of the fact that we have any kind of relationship with them, whether it's family or a spouse or whatever it is, they had access to our energy and they did pick our brains. I mean, they just did until you found out who they were and you could have cut ties with them. And now they no longer can do the things they used to do. And they want to ask you all these questions, basically trying to see what part of their shenanigans, what part do you know about? Because they done did a whole lot for them not to be clear on what it is, that reason why you're not speaking to them, because they really need to know specifically what you know, because they done did a whole lot of crap. And they need to know specifically, what do you know? Anybody got time for that? Anybody that's trying to grow ain't got time for that. Let them stay right where they are. I feel no kind of ways. I don't feel guilty. I don't care what they want to call me. I don't want to need people like that. You don't want to need a person who's a handler. They're just going to hand you over. You don't want to need a person like that. Find somebody else that can help you if you ever need something. Find somebody you can trust. But you never want to let me stay in touch with them just in case I need something. These are the very people who are trying to, hand you up. You know, they're trying to handle you. You don't want to need anything from people like that. Okay? You don't want to need anything from people like that. I don't care if it's your mother. You don't want to need or your father, your brother, or whoever, your sister. You don't want to need anybody like that just in case. No, you don't want that kind of stuff right there because they're not safe. Anyway, that's it. I'm about to get up and go though. My messages aren't really long. I don't have a whole lot to say. It's not a whole lot to say. I'm not giving too much attention. Uh, See, I'm kind of focused on moving forward that I don't have a whole lot to say because I'm not going to give a whole bunch of attention to whatever I might see that's happening or this stage, right? Like Diddy or like whoever else is being thrown under the bus. Like I heard something about Michael Bivins, and all kind of stuff. I think I do want to hear this Boom Cat. What's her name? Lorianne Gibson. I think Diddy abused her. Now, if she come out, I do want to hear about it. I didn't pay much attention to Cassie. That's because I didn't really know her that much, even though I kept seeing pictures of her and Diddy. I just didn't really pay that much attention to them. And so, yeah, I knew about Cassie, but I didn't really give it my attention too much because I'm not surprised of those allegations. It doesn't surprise me, and I already knew that. I do believe that Diddy did a lot of those, if not all of those things, but I do also realize there's something else behind it. There is something else behind it. He's being taken down. Now, the industry, I believe, is done with him, and they want to just let him go. Whatever entity was using Diddy, okay, whatever entity had took over that person that was originally Sean Combs, whatever, their time is probably done, and they're getting rid of this guy. I don't know, but I just know this: whatever Cassie has done and whatever is being done has probably come from the top. And so that part I do. Now when that information comes out, who are the people that's who's taking him out, who's getting rid of him. I wouldn't mind hearing that, but this is all a stage. It's all a game. So I don't want to take it too seriously. Only take it as entertainment because that's all it is. It's really just a stage, and we know that. So that's why I try not to take it too seriously because I feel like I take life seriously enough. This is not even a real life. This right here is not real life. This right here is a virtual reality, a game. It's not really real life. And so I take that seriously enough. I don't want to take anybody else's life seriously, right? But yeah, that's it. But yeah, if Boom Cat, Lorian Gibson come out, I do want to hear that. Because I used to watch her a lot. I used to love watching her as the choreographer. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Yeah, these people who want to come back into your lives and figure out what you're doing under the guise that they care about you and they just want to check up on you. No, ain't no time for them. Ain't no need explaining what they did because they're not gonna come clean. They just want to continue to handle you. For some of them, that's just what they want to continue to do. And it's best to cut them off and feel no ways about it because they are not good for you. They will try to make you feel guilty for not giving them information or for not answering them and make it seem like you are lost, like you have separated yourself for no good reason from people who care about you. That's how they're going to try to make it seem. And that's just why it's time to move on to a different, just move on, just move on from them. But anyway, that's it. And I'll talk to you later.